What's up, everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new action figure review. Today, from Star Wars The Black Series, we are taking a look at the Walgreens exclusive Phase 1 Clone Trooper Lieutenant. This is a long-awaited figure. Of course, we have all of the other colors of the Phase 1 officers already in the line, that being the yellow commander, the green sergeant, and the red captain. I don't have the sergeant or the captain, but I do have the commander, so we could at least take a side-by-side look at both of them standing together. But this figure is a little weird because he is on the old Clone Trooper body, which to some degree I understand, because you would want to have him matching the other ones, but I still think I would also just rather have had him on the new Clone Trooper body, just because that body seems so much better than this old one. I still don't have the new Camino clones for myself, but those just look leaps and bounds better than this old tired clone body that we've seen 1,000 times. But now it's in blue and it's in the new packaging for some reason, because Hasbro just thought they would throw that in our faces, I guess. So here we go. It's red for Attack of the Clones. Here is the side of the box. Really nice art image there. I wonder what else we're going to see line up here with the Lieutenant. On the back, here is his bio. If you want to pause it, go ahead. Pause it, read it now. Another nice picture of the figure itself. So let's not waste a whole lot of time here. We're going to take him out of the package. We'll take a look at the accessories and then the figure itself. And if it's any surprise, we get 2 accessories with the Clone Trooper Lieutenant here. Of course, we get the smaller clone blaster. We've seen it 100,000 times in the line, and it still looks great, but of course it doesn't have any paint apps on it, so it's just solid black plastic, which is always a bummer. But thankfully, Walgreens doesn't charge extra money for their exclusives. And then of course we have the long blaster as well, again lacking all paint apps, but the sculpt work still looks really good, and I still love the details of it. So it's pretty standard fare when it comes to the Lieutenant. Nothing new, nothing crazy, exactly what we expected. Now let's take a look at the figure itself. All right, and here he is out of the packaging, looking absolutely wonderful. Of course, just like the other clones on this body, they all look great. It's just that they don't move very well. And as you can see, the Phase 1 clone here with this nice dark deep blue paint deco just looks absolutely awesome. I love the way it contrasts with the blue, but the blue paint is chipped, battle damaged looking, when, as far as my understanding goes, the rest of the figures are not like that, which is very confusing. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get a closer look. So as you can see up close and personal, this guy looks absolutely fantastic. I really do like the white and blue contrast. However, there is some pretty sloppy paintwork there right on the visor. Right there specifically, you could see where it was supposed to be in the grill of the mouth there, but it somehow missed that completely. And I got one for Justin as well, and his also is like that, so that might be a widespread issue, and if that is the case, then that is a bummer there. But moving down here, the blue dots here are painted on very well, very clean application. The arms also have really nice details on them, but it still does look cool regardless. I especially like on the helmet, like with the fin there. I think that's some really nice detail work. And of course, the overall sculpt of the old clone body was not bad. Not bad at all. I think it looks fairly accurate. I especially do love the Phase 1 helmet. Love the fin. Looks so awesome. But other than that, that's really all there is new or interesting about this guy. We've seen this figure so many times in the line, so it's like, how many times can I just say the same things over and over again? But just for the sake of the review, I do like this new color scheme. But now let's show you for the 100th time how this guy moves. All right, so his head can look up just a little bit, but he can look down very far, so that's nice. Of course, it rotates side to side. You can get a little extra assist in there. No attitude at all on this guy, which is expected. The shoulder range here is pretty limited, as you can see. Most of the clones come super stiff out of the packaging, especially in the arm department. So I'm sure you could probably get a little bit more, but fresh out of package, this is typically what you're looking at. Of course, the arm does rotate around. He has bicep swivel and the double elbow here that gets you 90 degrees, which is a terrible double elbow. Of course, we have the trigger finger, which rotates around and has the vertical hinge, which is always appreciated. And of course, the other gripping hand rotates around and has the horizontal hinge. As far as the ab crunch goes, that's about what you're looking at, pretty much nothing, but it does go back a little bit. And of course, you can rotate it, move it all around. It's okay range, but it's really not all that great, especially with this belt here. As far as the leg goes, he can kick out about that far, which is not very far at all. And of course, you have to twist it and move it out of the way with the thigh swivel here. But man, his legs are actually really stiff, really hard to work with on this figure. I feel like I'm gonna break him, so I'm gonna try and be a little bit careful here. But I mean, you can tell that this mold is old, it's worn out, it needs to be permanently retired, which hopefully this is the last one we'll see. But knowing Hasbro, you never really know. And here's the double knee, works not very well. Of course, he can do the splits, but his legs are really stiff, so that's all you get fresh out of package for mine. He can kick back about that far, and his feet can move down, not very far, due to the sculpt work right there. They move up about that far. And of course, he has ankle pivot. So yeah, nothing new with this guy. Same not so great articulation we've been seeing for a very long time. But I'm pretty sure all of us knew exactly what we were getting into when purchasing this figure. So now let's take a look at some comparisons with some other figures. Starting off, we've got Clone Commander Obi-Wan and the Phase 1 Commander. And you can see clear as day what I'm talking about right here. Clean paint apps on the Commander, no battle damage at all, but now the Lieutenant randomly has battle damage. And then we've got some Jedi here. We've got Plo Koon and Kit Fisto. We've got Stoner Obi-Wan and Attack of the Clones Anakin. Whoa, are you guys like clones or something? Then with a B1 battle droid and the Bandai model kit. And finally, the SH Figuarts tank pilot and the Mayfex First Order Stormtrooper. So there you have it. There is my review for the Walgreens exclusive Phase 1 Clone Trooper Lieutenant. Of course, I think it's no one's surprise that this figure is exactly what we expected it to be. It's just that normal old Clone Trooper body with a new paint deco. So I could see for a lot of people this honestly being a pretty easy pass. And I wasn't actually too worried about picking this figure up. I figured if I found it, great. If I didn't, whatever. Not the biggest deal in the world considering I don't have any of the other officers besides the Commander. But for some people, this is definitely an essential piece if they have all of the other colors. So I'd say this figure goes either way. If you find it out in the wild, probably pick it up just because it is a clone, it is an army builder. But if you aren't collecting that part of the Star Wars universe, then this is definitely an easy pass. So there you have it, folks. That was my review. What did you think of the video? If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It helps us out so much. And of course, as always, please subscribe if you are not subscribed already. Of course, I'm Nate from Out of the Basement. I'll see you guys next time.